to you by...
I love a good Christmas slasher. Something about what has been dubbed the most wonderful time of the year being violently interrupted by a savage killer with an axe to grind just warms my fuzzy little heart. There have been many tales like this told over the years, most seeing a crazed killer dressed as Santa Claus descending upon hapless teens on Christmas Eve. However, very few deliver us the gift of a killer snowman. Hello friends, and welcome back to ETF. Jingle Hell centers on Margot and Grace, two estranged sisters who reunite on Christmas Eve in a desperate attempt to heal their fractured relationship. The holiday setting, typically associated with warmth and family, is quickly subverted as their attempt to reconcile is violently interrupted by a masked killer dressed as a fucking snowman. What begins as a tense, emotionally charged drama rapidly spirals into a nightmarish fight for survival. Sean Cruiser's direction effectively balances the film's dual nature as both a character-driven drama and a slasher horror. The pacing is tight, with the horror elements introduced at just the right moment to heighten the tension without overshadowing the emotional core of the story. Cruiser uses the confined setting of the house to build a sense of claustrophobia, trapping the sisters and the audience in a space where the past and present collide violently. The writing here is sharp, with dialogue that captures the complexity of Margot and Grace's relationship. The script avoids cliches, instead opting for a more nuanced portrayal of sibling rivalry and reconciliation. The horror elements are well integrated, serving as a catalyst for the character's emotional journey rather than just a backdrop. One of the most striking aspects of Jingle Hell is its visual contrast between the festive holiday setting and the brutal horror that unfolds. The film opens with warm, inviting lighting, capturing the quintessential Christmas ambiance, twinkling lights, cozy interiors, and the gentle snowfall outside. However, as the tension between the sisters escalates, the cinematography shifts to darker, more claustrophobic framing, foreshadowing the impending terror. The use of the snowman as the masked killer is both visually and thematically significant. The snowman, typically a symbol of winter joy and innocence, is transformed here into a horrifying figure. The mask is unsettling in its simplicity, its blank expression hiding the malice underneath. This juxtaposition of the familiar and the horrific adds a layer of psychological horror to the film, making the killer's presence all the more disturbing. At its core, this one seems to aim to explore themes of estrangement, guilt, and the often painful process of reconciliation. The strained relationship between Margot and Grace is the emotional heart of the film, and their dynamic serves as a microcosm of unresolved family issues that can fester over time. Christmas is a holiday traditionally associated with family togetherness, and here it becomes the backdrop for their confrontation, emphasizing the irony of their situation. The film presents a multifaceted exploration of human psychology, delving deep into themes of familial estrangement, unresolved trauma, and the manifestation of inner demons. By intertwining a traditional holiday setting with the elements of horror, the film creates a rich tapestry that examines the complex interplay between past grievances and present fears. Margot embodies the archetype of the remorseful sibling seeking redemption. Her return on Christmas Eve signifies a desire to mend broken bonds and confront past mistakes. Psychologically, Margot is burdened by guilt and perhaps shame over actions and decisions that led to the estrangement. This weight manifests in her conciliatory behavior and persistent attempts to engage Grace in meaningful dialogue. Margot's journey reflects stages of self-forgiveness and reconciliation, as she not only seeks Grace's forgiveness, but also strives to forgive herself. Her confrontation with the external threat of the snowman parallels her internal battle against self-blame and the fear of rejection. Grace, on the other hand, represents the wounded party, grappling with betrayal trauma. Her internal hostility and guarded demeanor suggest deep-seated hurt and a defense mechanism aimed at self-preservation. Grace's reluctance to reconcile indicates unresolved anger and, perhaps, a fear of being hurt again. Throughout the film, Grace's character navigates through denial, anger, and eventually acceptance, mirroring the stages of grief as she processes the loss and potential restoration of her relationship with Margot. The traumatic interruption by the snowman forces Grace to confront her suppressed emotions and consider the value of family bonds amidst life-threatening circumstances. The antagonist of the film, a masked killer snowman, serves as a potent symbol laden with psychological significance. The snowman can be interpreted as an embodiment of repressed and unresolved trauma shared between the sisters. Its intrusion into their attempted reconciliation signifies how past traumas can resurface unexpectedly, disrupting present efforts to heal and move forward. The snowman's relentless pursuit represents the inescapability of unresolved emotional pain and the necessity of confronting it directly. Psychologically, the snowman could also be viewed as a projection of the sisters' inner demons and fears. Its masked visage represents the unknown and the unseen aspects of their psyche, the parts they have hidden and refused to acknowledge. The act of unmasking or defeating the snowman symbolizes the process of integrating these shadow aspects, leading to personal growth and emotional liberation. The setting, a secluded house on Christmas Eve, accentuates feelings of isolation both physically and emotionally. The isolation reflects the sisters' emotional disconnection from each other and possibly from another support system. The enforced solitude provides a space where buried emotions can surface and genuine communication can occur, albeit under duress. Christmas itself also symbolizes rebirth and renewal, offering a thematic backdrop for the sisters' attempt to reconcile. The holiday setting provides a psychological framework for forgiveness and starting anew, reinforcing the film's message about healing and the possibility of mending broken relationships, even in the face of daunting obstacles. Jingle Hell utilizes the horror genre and a poignant family narrative to delve into complex psychological themes surrounding trauma, reconciliation, and the human condition. Through the harrowing experiences of Margot and Grace, the film illustrates the profound effects of unresolved emotional wounds and the arduous yet rewarding journey toward healing and forgiveness. The symbolic use of the snowman as an antagonist and the strategic holiday setting enrich the narrative, offering layers of meaning that resonate on both emotional and psychological levels. Ultimately, the film serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring strength of familial bonds when confronted with overwhelming and sudden adversity. Well, friends, that's going to be all for now. Take my opinion for what it's worth, but more importantly, formulate your own. I urge you to check this film out for yourself. I've linked it down in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, subscribe for more content, and if you'd really like to help support this channel, please find us over on Patreon. Every little bit helps this channel grow and moves us closer to that ultimate dream of being able to create these videos for you full time. Until next time, stay safe, stay away from killer snowmen, happy holidays, and thanks for watching.